Hello, ladies, gentlemen. My friends, if you want to dominate tomorrow, you must be willing to sacrifice today. That's the simple truth. Success is never given freely. It is earned through relentless commitment, tireless effort, and the ability to endure when others quit. Everyone dreams of a great life. Everyone wants financial freedom, success, respect, and power. But the problem is, very few are willing to pay the price. They want the rewards without the work, the spotlight without the struggle. That is not how the world works. If you want to be on top, you must first endure the climb. If you want to be number one, you must be willing to suffer through what the 99% refuse to endure. There will be nights when you have to stay up while others sleep. There will be days when you work while others relax. There will be sacrifices of comfort, of entertainment, even of relationships. But understand this: every sacrifice today is a seed for the future. The more you give now, the more you receive later. Do you think success is about luck? No, it is about discipline. It is about being obsessed with your vision and refusing to give up when things get tough. The world does not care about your excuses. It only recognizes results. The people you admire today, the ones at the top, once walked the same difficult road. They made decisions that others avoided. They endured loneliness, rejection, and failure, but they never stopped. And that is why they dominate now. So I ask you, what do you want your future to look like? Do you want to struggle forever, complaining about life and waiting for opportunities? Or do you want to take control, make sacrifices now, and create a future where you are in charge? The choice is yours. Stay comfortable and stay average, or sacrifice today and dominate tomorrow. Winners are made in the moments of struggle. They are built through discipline, resilience, and an unstoppable hunger to succeed. If you want it badly enough, you will pay the price. You will put in the work, and when the time comes, the world will have no choice but to recognize your greatness. Pain is temporary, but the rewards of persistence last forever. Most people want success, but very few are willing to endure the discomfort required to achieve it. The truth is, every great achievement comes with a price, and that price is often paid in the form of short-term sacrifices. The pain you feel today, the early mornings, the late nights, the relentless discipline will one day become the foundation of your success. If you can endure the struggle, if you can push through the discomfort, you will unlock opportunities that most people never reach. Think about an athlete training for a championship. The grueling workouts, the strict diet, the hours of practice. It all feels exhausting. There are days when quitting seems like the easier option, but the athlete knows that this pain is necessary. The sweat, the muscle aches, the exhaustion are temporary. When the championship day arrives and victory is in their grasp, every ounce of effort they put in will be worth it. The short-term sacrifices lead to long-term success. This principle applies to everything in life, whether it's building a business, mastering a skill, or achieving financial freedom. There is always a price to pay up front. Those who are willing to suffer today will enjoy the benefits later. The problem is, most people only see the struggle in front of them. They focus on the hardship, the discomfort, and the inconvenience. They complain about how difficult it is, how unfair life feels, and why success is taking so long. But the people who dominate in the future are the ones who push past this mindset. They understand that pain is part of the journey. They don't run from it, they embrace it. The key is to shift your perspective. Instead of seeing pain as suffering, see it as growth. Every challenge you overcome makes you stronger. Every setback you face builds resilience. Every time you push past your limits, you expand your potential. It's easy to want success when things are comfortable. But the real test is whether you can keep going when nothing seems to be working. Can you keep grinding when you're tired? Can you keep believing in yourself when others doubt you? Can you stay disciplined when temptations arise? Many people quit because they expect results too soon. They start a business, but after a few months of struggle, they give up. They go to the gym, but after a few weeks without immediate progress, they stop. They chase their dreams, but when they face obstacles, they walk away. This is why most people remain average. They are unwilling to endure temporary discomfort for long-term gain. But those who stay committed, those who keep going despite the pain, eventually break through. They become the ones who achieve financial success, career dominance, and personal fulfillment. Look at the most successful people in the world. They weren't born into success, They worked for it. They made sacrifices. They endured rejection, failure, and uncertainty. They faced struggles that would have broken most people. So ask yourself, are you willing to sacrifice today for a better tomorrow? Are you willing to endure the discomfort, the exhaustion, the uncertainty, knowing that your future self will thank you? If you can embrace the struggle now, if you can stay committed when things get hard, there will come a day when you look back and realize it was all worth it. The pain will be gone, but the rewards will remain. That is the power of short-term pain leading to long-term gain. Comfort is the enemy of growth. If you want to dominate in the future, you must be willing to make sacrifices today. Success does not come from staying where it's safe, from choosing the easy path, or from avoiding discomfort. It comes from pushing beyond limitations, from doing what others refuse to do, and from embracing the struggle that leads to greatness. The truth is, the life you dream of, the power, the influence, the financial freedom will not happen if you are not willing to step outside of your comfort zone. Most people want success, but they also want to stay comfortable. They want wealth, but are unwilling to work extra hours. They want to build a business, but fear the risk of failure. They want to be in great shape, but refuse to put in the effort at the gym. They want everything, yet they sacrifice nothing. This is why most people remain stuck in mediocrity. They choose comfort over growth, and as a result, they never reach their full potential. If you want to dominate in the future, you must be willing to let go of comfort today. This means waking up earlier than others, working harder than others, and staying disciplined even when you don't feel like it. It means sacrificing distractions, meaningless entertainment, and even relationships that do not serve your vision. It means putting yourself in situations that challenge you, that force you to grow, and that demand the best version of yourself. There will be moments when this journey feels lonely. There will be times when doubt creeps in, when exhaustion tries to slow you down, and when quitting seems like the logical choice. But the difference between those who dominate and those who remain average is simple. The ones who succeed keep going. They push through the discomfort. They understand that every sacrifice they make today is an investment in their future. Look at the most powerful and successful people in the world. None of them got there by choosing comfort. They sacrificed their time, their energy, and sometimes even their peace of mind to build something greater. They worked while others slept. They studied while others watched TV. They took risks while others played it safe. That is why they dominate today. They paid the price that most people were unwilling to pay. The good news is, success is not reserved for a special few. It is available to anyone who is willing to do what it takes. The only question is, are you willing to sacrifice your comfort now so you can reap the rewards later? Can you endure the struggle today, knowing that your future self will thank you? Time is going to pass whether you make the sacrifices or not. 1 year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, your life will reflect the choices you made today. If you choose comfort, you will look back with regret, wondering what could have been. But if you choose sacrifice, you will look back with pride, knowing that you built something extraordinary. The path to dominance is not easy, but it is worth it. Those who are willing to give up comfort now will enjoy a future where they are in control. Those who work hard today will be the ones who lead tomorrow. The question is not whether success is possible, it is whether you are willing to do what it takes. Sacrifice now, and one day you will live the life most people can only dream of. Success is never an accident. It is built on a foundation of hard work, discipline, and patience. While most people look for shortcuts, instant results, or an easy way out, those who truly achieve greatness understand that success is a process. It does not happen overnight. It is the result of years of effort, consistency, and an unshakable commitment to the goal. No matter the field, business, sports, education, or personal growth, the formula remains the same. Work harder than everyone else, stay disciplined even when motivation fades, and remain patient while the results take shape. Hard work is the first and perhaps most obvious ingredient to success. Nothing worth having comes easily. The world does not reward laziness, excuses, or half-hearted effort. If you want to achieve something great, you must be willing to put in the work. That means staying up late when others sleep, putting in extra hours when others relax, and doing more than what is expected. The ones who succeed are the ones who go the extra mile. They don't settle for average effort because they don't want an average life. But hard work alone is not enough. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation. Everyone feels excited at the beginning of a journey. Starting a business, beginning a workout plan, or setting a new goal always feels great in the first few days. But as time passes, challenges arise, fatigue sets in, distractions appear, and suddenly quitting seems like an option. This is where discipline becomes the deciding factor. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It is waking up early when you'd rather sleep. It is saying no to distractions when others give in. It is showing up every single day, no matter how you feel, because you made a commitment to yourself. Many people work hard for a short time but give up when results don't come fast enough. This is why patience is the final key. Success is not immediate. The world does not operate on your schedule. The people who dominate in the long run are the ones who understand that great things take time. They don't rush the process. They don't get discouraged when they don't see instant results. They trust that if they continue working hard and staying disciplined, success is inevitable. Look at the most successful people in history. They all share the same story. Years of struggle, countless failures, and moments of doubt. But what separates them from everyone else is that they never gave up. They remained patient. They understood that every day of effort, no matter how small, was a step closer to their goal. While others got frustrated and quit, they kept going, and eventually, their hard work paid off. The reality is, most people never reach their potential because they lack one of these three qualities. Some people work hard but lack discipline, so they burn out and quit. Others are disciplined but lack patience, so they give up when results don't come fast enough. And some expect success without putting in the effort only to end up disappointed. But those who master all three, hard work, discipline, and patience, become unstoppable. You have a choice. You can complain about how hard things are, how long success is taking, and how unfair life feels, or you can put in the work, stay disciplined, and trust the process. If you do, there will come a day when everything pays off. When that day comes, you will realize that every sacrifice, every long night, and every difficult moment was worth it, because success always belongs to those who refuse to quit. Success does not care about your excuses. The world does not reward those who explain why they couldn't succeed. It rewards those who find a way, no matter what. If you want to achieve greatness, there is only one rule. Results matter, nothing else. It does not matter where you come from, what challenges you face, or how unfair life has been. The people who dominate in any field are the ones who refuse to accept excuses. They take ownership of their circumstances and do whatever it takes to win. Most people fail not because they lack talent, intelligence, or opportunity, but because they allow excuses to control their lives. They tell themselves they are too tired, too busy, too young, too old, or that the timing isn't right. They convince themselves that their background, environment, or resources are holding them back. The truth is, these are just stories people tell themselves to justify not taking action. The reality is, if you truly want something, you will find a way to make it happen. If you don't, you will find an excuse. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is mindset. Successful people do not allow external circumstances to dictate their results. If they lack skills, they learn. If they don't have resources, they find a way to get them. If they face obstacles, they figure out how to overcome them. They take full responsibility for their success and never waste time blaming others or waiting for the perfect conditions. They understand that the only thing that matters is results. The truth is, the world does not care about your reasons for failing. If a company fails to deliver, customers leave. If an athlete does not perform, they are replaced. If an entrepreneur does not produce results, they go out of business. Life does not give you a free pass because of your struggles. The only thing that matters in the end is whether or not you got the job done. This is not about being insensitive to hardships. Everyone faces difficulties, setbacks, and unfair situations. But the people who rise to the top are those who do not let these difficulties define them. They do not wait for perfect conditions to start. They do not wait for someone to save them. They take action despite their challenges. They show up every day, put in the work, and focus on what they can control. Think about the most successful people in history. They all had reasons to quit. They faced rejection, failure, and struggles most people could not even imagine. But they did not let those challenges stop them. They refused to make excuses and focused only on solutions. That is why they are remembered today. If you want to achieve success, you must adopt the same mindset. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop blaming your circumstances. Stop making excuses for why you haven't started or why you aren't where you want to be. None of those things will change your future. Only action will. The moment you decide that results matter more than excuses is the moment your life changes. You have two choices: continue making excuses and stay where you are, or commit to taking action and create the life you want. The path to success is not easy, but it is simple. No excuses, only results. The ones who succeed are the ones who refuse to quit. The ones who dominate are the ones who demand more from themselves than anyone else ever could. And when you finally achieve what you set out to do, you will realize that every hardship, every sacrifice, and every challenge was worth it. Because in the end, only results matter. Success is a game of focus. The people who achieve their biggest goals are the ones who train their minds to stay locked in on the vision, not the struggle. Most people get discouraged because they allow themselves to be overwhelmed by the challenges, obstacles, and difficulties along the way. They focus too much on what is hard, what is not working, and what is standing in their way. But those who truly dominate in life understand that every journey comes with struggles. The key is to keep your eyes on the prize, not the pain. When you focus on the goal, you give yourself a reason to keep pushing forward. Your vision becomes the fuel that keeps you going, even when things get tough. But when you focus on the struggle, you drain your energy and make everything seem harder than it actually is. Your mind starts to magnify problems, and suddenly you begin to doubt yourself. You start thinking about quitting, slowing down, or changing directions. This is how most dreams die, not because they are impossible, but because people get too distracted by temporary struggles. Think about any great athlete, entrepreneur, or leader. They all faced challenges that could have stopped them. But what made them different was their ability to stay focused on their goal. They knew that the obstacles were just part of the journey. They accepted the struggle, but never let it consume them. They stayed locked in on the outcome they wanted, and that focus gave them the strength to keep moving forward, no matter how hard things got. The reality is, anything worth achieving will come with struggles. You will have setbacks. You will experience failure. You will face moments of doubt. But none of that matters if you keep your focus on the goal. The struggle is temporary, but the reward of persistence is permanent. Every difficulty you face is just a test to see how badly you want it. The people who win are not the ones who never struggle. They are the ones who refuse to let the struggle stop them. Most people fail because they spend too much time complaining about how hard things are. They waste energy feeling sorry for themselves instead of using that energy to push forward. The truth is, struggle is a sign that you are on the right path. It means you are growing, improving, and moving towards something bigger. Instead of resisting the struggle, embrace it. See it as a necessary part of the process. Every obstacle you overcome makes you stronger and more prepared for the success that is coming. If you want to succeed, train your mind to block out distractions. Stop letting fear, doubt, and frustration take your focus away from your vision. Stay committed to the outcome, no matter what it takes. When things get difficult, remind yourself why you started. Keep your attention on the finish line, not the hurdles in front of you. Time will pass whether you stay focused or not. The difference is, those who stay focused will reach their destination, while those who focus on the struggle will give up halfway. You have a choice. Spend your energy worrying about the challenges or use that energy to push through them. The people who make it to the top are not necessarily the smartest, the strongest, or the luckiest. They are simply the ones who refuse to be distracted by struggle. They kept their eyes on the goal until they made it a reality. No matter how hard things get, do not let the struggle take your focus away from what you truly want. Keep moving forward, keep believing in yourself, and stay locked in on your vision. Because if you stay focused on the goal, the struggle will eventually fade, but the success will last forever. Success is never given, it is earned. The people who rise to the top are not necessarily the smartest, the most talented, or the luckiest. They are the ones who are willing to do what others refuse to do. They wake up earlier, work harder, push through discomfort, and stay disciplined long after everyone else has given up. While most people choose comfort, winners choose growth. While most people seek excuses, winners seek solutions. That is what separates them from the rest. The truth is, everyone wants success, but very few are willing to pay the price. Most people want the rewards, but are unwilling to endure the process. They want wealth, but they don't want to make the sacrifices. They want a strong body, but they don't want to suffer through the workouts. They want to be the best, but they don't want to put in the hours. That is why so many people settle for mediocrity, because success requires doing the things that most people avoid. Winners understand this simple truth. What is easy in the moment often leads to regret. And what is hard in the moment often leads to greatness. That is why they choose to do the hard things. They make the sacrifices. They show up when they don't feel like it. They push forward even when there's no immediate reward. They don't complain about how difficult things are. They embrace the challenge. They understand that every difficult thing they do is a step toward their goals. The road to success is paved with discomfort, rejection, and failure. That is why most people turn back before they reach their destination. They cannot handle the temporary pain, so they quit. Winners, on the other hand, see pain as a necessary part of the process. They don't run from failure, they learn from it. They don't avoid hard work, they embrace it. They don't fear discomfort, they welcome it because they know it's making them stronger. Think about the most successful people in history. They all had to do what others refused to do. Entrepreneurs worked countless hours while others watched TV. Athletes trained in the early morning while others slept in. Leaders made tough decisions while others avoided responsibility. Every great success story is built on a foundation of effort, sacrifice, and persistence that most people are unwilling to commit to. The question is, what are you willing to do that others won't? Are you willing to wake up early and work on your goals before the world even starts its day? Are you willing to sacrifice comfort now so that you can live the life most people only dream about? Are you willing to keep pushing forward, even when you feel exhausted, discouraged, and ready to quit? That is the mindset that creates winners. Most people will make excuses. They will say they don't have enough time, resources, or talent, but winners don't make excuses. They make progress. They don't wait for the perfect moment, they take action now. They don't let obstacles stop them. They find a way to overcome them. This is why they achieve things that most people never will. The difference between winners and everyone else is not luck. It is not intelligence, it is not natural talent, it is the willingness to do what others refuse to do. It is the commitment to go beyond what is expected. It is the discipline to stay the course when things get tough. Those who are willing to do the work that others avoid will always come out on top. If you want to win, stop looking for shortcuts. Stop making excuses. Stop waiting for things to get easier. Decide right now that you will do whatever it takes. Because in the end, the ones who win are simply the ones who refuse to quit.